Welcome to Who Would Win Masters. Today we clear the battlefield as 8 shadowy figures approach for a first-time event. Our own debate master will be stepping aside as we bring you the first ever tournament of Who Would Win Masters, made up of the 8 best guest debaters we've had over the past season. Joining me in the judge's box, a man who once went to Cold Stone and brought his own mix-ins, cause, and I quote, that's how they get ya. It's Ray Stacanis. Ray, welcome to my side of the arena. How's it going?
And listen, I don't regret that decision at all. I have my own crushed atoms in bulk.
Nice.
I don't need Cold Stone prices on that. I'll mix them in when I get home on my own frozen sheet board.
All right. Ray, do you want to tell people how this is all going to go down before we meet our first contestant?
What started as just a thought out loud that people seem to jump onto. I don't know what the wording is. I don't know words anymore. It's been a long week. What I'm trying to say is we had an idea of doing a summer tournament of 8 of our best Who Would Win debate. I should say 7 of our best Who Would Win debaters and Delvin Cox. That is exactly what we're going to be putting in front of the people. Everybody who's coming on, to my memory of all the people I'm looking at, have either given me a run for my money, beaten me from the people's perspective, or beaten me from your perspective. And then there's also Delvin Cox. The point I'm trying to say is this is a very exciting matchup, a very exciting series of matchups. What we're going to do is for the very first round, we've got 8 competitors. We'll be talking to all 8 of them right here on this episode. And we're going to have them pick between, I have a list of 20 characters, all of them handpicked by me. They're 20 street level characters. So I'm not trying to find anybody with a lot of superpowers or minimal superpowers if they even have them, from all types of genres, all types of things. I tried to really be eclectic with the group that I chose, right? And what we're going to have is each competitor, one at a time, is going to give me 2 numbers between 1 and 20, sight unseen. They're going to pick who they will represent of those characters from that list, and they're going to pick one, and the other one is going to be taken out of the pool. That character will not be appearing in the tournament. So that's the story. It's going to be very exciting, and leading us off today, we have to say, a gentleman extraordinaire. He came on the show as the number 1 seed for this tournament, specifically because he won Debater Opponent of the Year 2025 as voted on by the fans. So it seems only right that we give him the very first set of selections. Sam, tell us who it is.
All right, let's meet our first debater. He caused a stir, leading an online campaign that split reality for the first match of the season. That's over 18 battles in which people sided with me, broke from that and gave the win to Vecna over the Scarlet Witch. Welcome back, William Schmitt. How's it going? I hope there will be no more of this nonsense. Just kidding. How's it going, William? Welcome back.
I turned the show upside down?
Absolutely. No, it was fantastic. It was fun to watch.
One would argue that Sam Proof yourself going into the Who Would Win Patreon and saying, I might have messed up this decision, could have also had something to do with it.
I might have let that go a little early on there. Sure. I let the reins go. I had a momentary lapse, and I'm going to the doctors to take care of that. We'll see if I can get some meds on that one.
Thank you. So, William, how do you feel about this tournament? How do you feel about your chances? How are you feeling about everything?
I feel great. I listen to the show every week. I analyze the shows for Ray's weaknesses and study other contestants that come on and how they form their arguments. I think I'm going to do really well here.
Excellent. Well, you are the 1 seed. You are the favorite coming into it. I would expect over on the Mortalverse Patreon, there's going to have to be some kind of a poll of, who wins, who's your finalists. You are the 1 seed. The other seeds will be completely random because that's just how we roll. So people are going to be picking I'm not doing numbers. That's too weird. I'm going to have a series of 7 other obscure colors, and people will pick from them, and that is where the spot where they're going to be seeded into. So it is going to be a very random tournament, but we are keeping in mind you are the 1 seed. You do get to go first. My understanding is you have a D20 ready to go.
I do, as all old nerds should have.
That is a fact.
Oh, plenty. All right.
Let's have that first roll. Here we go.
All right. We rolled a 6. That normally would not hit.
Yep. So your first choice is B.A. Baracus from the A-Team.
Old crazy, ain't it?
It's old nerd, old show. That is one of your two possibilities for this particular tournament, just for this round. You don't carry them forward. They're going to have different characters. We're going to do this process for every round, just to make sure that's understood.
Now,
B.A. Baracus is your first choice. Now, go ahead and roll it up for your second one.
Real quick, last year, I went back and watched every episode of the A-Team.
Oh my gosh, you might be primed for this.
Look at that.
That is wild. I had no idea you did that.
Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite things from my childhood. It does not hold up incredibly well, but episodes with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan, it's amazing.
It is a phenomenal show. So you might be looking forward to repping B.A. Baracus.
I would be okay with B.A. Let's see who the second one will be.
Let's see who the other one is.
16.
16. Let me do my counting here. This is tough. Interesting. Number 16 is Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's tough.
That is a choice.
That's very, very tough. Between these two choices, talk to me about Raphael. What's your history with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Again, a childhood, watched all the cartoons, Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder, with Kang, like the whole group. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They've been through a couple different variations, obviously, in the movies, in the comics. They've got the darker comics where they were getting killed off, and I would have to go back and bone up on him quite a bit, I think. Mm. But I love the 80s movies. The Secret of the Ooze. It was so good. Oh, yeah. I don't know though. I'm just thinking. My mind naturally goes to, if they had to face off against each other, who would win between B.A. Baracus and Raphael, right? I have to imagine B.A. only lost a couple times in hand-to-hand combat in the entire series, right? He was always kind of this legendary figure that we actually coined the move where he does that over his head gorilla press, throw into bar windows and out windows and stuff like that. So he's really great in that you can always say, yeah, he got punched in the face and you just kind of looked at. But if we're going against superheroes, what I'm worried about is we're going to get into some low-level actual superpowers with some of the people that he'll be facing against, like let's say a Black Canary or something like that, right? If we run into something like that, I don't think BA has a chance, but Raphael would. So I think I have to go with Raphael.
Raphael, I am a little surprised. I thought B.A. Baracus, given your history with A-Team, would be. I was expecting B.A. Baracus to be like kind of a wild card in this. If he fell to the right person, the wrong person would depend. In this case, it seems like he fell to the absolute right person. It's just that the other character ended up being a little bit stronger for you.
Yeah, look, if I had time to build, stick me in a barn with a bunch of materials, B.A. would be great. He could build the tank out of the, big wheel and the lawnmower. So, that was his real superpower in the series. It was, yes, he was a great fighter. They all were, right? But his superpower is that he has hyper invention, right? You put him in a room with a bunch of parts and he'll build something fantastic. He is a good fighter, but he cannot stand up to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, in my opinion.
Okay. Then there you have it. Our first competitor in the 1 seed with Raphael, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. We have William Schmitt. Let's move on to our next competitor. Right after this. And welcome back to the continuation, I say, of the Who Would Win Masters Summer Tournament. The best debaters, the best fans, the most competitive people we've had on over the last 12 months. And Delvin Cox is also here. Thank you, everyone, for showing up here on a beautiful Thursday evening, or late night for some of you. For the people at home, we've been over this, but for the people as well, we're going to be getting 2 numbers. Everybody, when it's your turn, 2 numbers between 1 and 20. And then if you pick a number somebody's already taken, we're going to go to the next one in line. You're going to pick that in an obscure color. Then I will give you the list when it is time to pick. That will be your seed. You'll pick 2 numbers. That'll be 2 characters. You pick one, you toss the other. I'm going to introduce the other 7 competitors right now, one by one, before we get into the picks. We'll go left to right. Delvin Cox, you are the first one on my board. Delvin Cox, say hello to the people at home. What does this tournament mean to you?
Hello to the people at home. This tournament means to me another opportunity for somebody to beat Ray, and that's all that matters to me.
That's fair. I'm not in the tournament, but I appreciate you paying attention.
But you are the final contestant. You're the person.
Maybe you win a rematch, except some of you have been on pretty recently, so I don't know. Eric Heiting, you're next up. You defeated me in the first season of Who Would Win Masters.
Yep.
You're back again to join the Champions Tournament. How are you feeling?
Great. I mean, if I beat you, I might as well beat everybody else, right?
I would say yes to that, except most people here have beaten me, at least in a fan vote, if not Sam's vote as well. So that's fair.
But I beat you in both, so I'm good.
That's fair. You have a leg up. That's true. Kevin Israel, all the way from a late night over on the East Coast. Thank you for being with us. What can you impart of wisdom to the other competitors? Should they be afraid?
I don't think anybody will doubt that I'm already a master debater, and I'm here to stake that claim even further. I've destroyed Ray once already this year. I think it was this year.
It was not that long ago.
Now I'm just going to bring the hurt to the rest of you. I apologize.
Well, I appreciate that. Now we have the doctor of Shrugonomics, a.k.a. Robert Clarke-Chan, coming on up next. Robert Clarke-Chan, thank you for being available on a Thursday at this time.
I don't do anything important at this time normally, so why not? I'll do this.
It's a very, very fair point. Next up on my list is a returning great champion. Jay Sandlin is with us once again. Jay, welcome back to the show. I'm excited to see what you've got in the tournament of this esteem.
I'm going to be your Frieza in this tournament of power and just take it to the limit.
I love to hear it. Hopefully you're not a prisoner of your own cell. Thank you. That's all I got. Not much. TV's Gina Ippolito. Some had argued that she soundly defeated me in season 1, and some people have argued that it was worse than that. Gina, thank you for joining us here. What is everybody else going to be afraid of?
I'm just doing this so you stop messaging me about it. I'm trying to get you out of my life as fast as possible, so I agreed to this. I would like to leave.
I'll be honest. Yeah, that's fair. No one would disagree. Finally, Matthew Dawson, who won a fan vote against me, also a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Matthew Dawson, star of the Mortalverse audio drama series. Sonic will not be in the street level competition. Is that a weakness for you?
Why am I here then?
Well, hopefully to rep one of the other characters that I have handpicked.
I ask that question every day.
That I have handpicked. That is all of our competitors. You have now met everybody who will be on the show. You've heard them in previous episodes. You've enjoyed them. You've seen most all of them kick my butt. There's also Delvin Cox. Thank you for being here, Delvin Cox. I appreciate you.
Ray, why don't you cut to a commercial break?
Okay, don't you even. We do proper commercial breaks on this program, sir. Anyway, we're going to start off with our first person. We're going to get right into it. Kevin Israel, you are with me right now. I would like you to please give me 2 numbers. You can do it one at a time, or you can do it 2 at the same time. You tell me what's up. We will make this happen.
We're going to go lucky number 7 and unlucky number 13.
Okay, excellent. And 13. Okay, this is a real tough one right here. Kevin Israel, your 2 choices. Number 7 is Nightwing, maybe the MVP of the street level tier in this list. Nightwing, very, very strong. Bat family character, always excels in moments like this. But you got to take a second thought. I know your movie background, because you also ended up having the choice of The Bride from the Kill Bill series of movies, being 2 movies. Nightwing versus The Bride. Talk me through what each of these characters means to you.
I know Nightwing is the logical choice here because he's so skilled and so close to Batman's capabilities, but I've never liked Nightwing. And I love the Kill Bill movies. And she's such a badass. I'm gonna have to go with the bride.
You're gonna take the bride. Oh, little upset here early.
You can all shake your heads. It's all gonna end up the same way, so don't worry. Don't worry.
Follow your heart, man. That's the way to do it.
Yep.
That
Never
sounds
let me
excellent.
stray.
I have got you down for the bride, and then we will take Nightwing off the board. He will not be taken by anybody. So that is a little bit of a surprise. I assumed anybody who got Nightwing would get Nightwing, but I knew the bride would be tempting. What an amazing set here. We also, here are our seven colors. And what you'll have here is cerulean, cyan, fuchsia, teal, terracotta, periwinkle, or razzmatazz. Which one of those colors would you like to be your seed?
Ray, did you have to get help from your wife on naming those colors?
Look,
100%.
I just went to the Crayola box.
He went to the Home Depot pallets and just...
Kevin, which of those is the most attractive to you?
Cerulean, sir.
Cerulean. So you have taken cerulean. I will make a note right here, which that is. At the very end, I will do matchups because I don't want people to think about, who they're facing when they take these things. So just know right here, you have been taken down, and you have been taken down. We'll talk about that. You are done. Kevin Israel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You will have the bride, and you have taken cerulean as your color. Appreciate you very much, sir.
Love
Thank you for
all.
staying up late with us. Any last words for the people at home?
No, I look forward to embarrassing my fellow competitors.
That is a tired man with 2 children past 11 p.m. on a Thursday. Kevin, thank you very much for being here. Speaking of parents, we got to move on to Mr. Matthew Dawson. How about that?
Hey, thanks.
How's sleep going?
I'm enjoying it while it lasts.
That's right. It's you get as much as you can until you can't anymore. Many of us have been there already.
I was going to say,
Matthew
it's not
Dawson,
going to last.
It's not going to last. Matthew Dawson, you've heard what just happened.
Yeah.
What would you like to pick as your 2 numbers?
I'm going to take number 2 and number
2.
4.
Number 2 and this is a murderer's row right here, Matthew Dawson. I'm not going to lie. Number 2 is Agent 47 from the Hitman series of games.
Okay. All right.
Number 4, boy, I love having him on the list. From G.I. Joe, it's Sergeant Slaughter, ladies and gentlemen. Your choices are Agent 47 or Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, man. These have both hit 2 niche corners of my mind where I know nothing about either. So I am really taking a shot in the dark here. But you know what? Maybe learning more about G.I. Joe will help me connect with you more, Ray. So I will take Sergeant Slaughter.
Okay.
I've been doing it for 10 years and it hasn't helped one bit. Farther apart, just so you know.
I'm just doing it for a potential guest spot on Knowing Is Half the Podcast.
That's fair. That's very, very fair. Now, if you remember the obscure colors, I could read them again if you need me to.
You know what? I think I remember razzmatazz, so I'll just take that.
Razzmatazz is outstanding. And so you, sir, are now razzmatazz. Let me just add that to the document. Excellent. Matthew Dawson, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Gina, let's get yours done right now.
I like to keep people on their toes.
Absolutely. So 2 numbers, and then we'll do the color afterwards.
Great. Okay, I'm going to go with 11 and 3. Oh, wait, someone already picked 3. 2.
No, 3's open. That's great, because they took 2, so now you get 3. So your 2 choices here, Gina. I already know which one you're going to pick, but I'm going to do it anyway. You landing on this is kind of incredible. We have, first off, Jason Bourne from the Bourne series of movies. It's not bad. The other choice, unbelievably, is Daredevil. Someone whose TV shows you've been watching, not just for fun, but for a job.
When you said that you knew who I was going to pick, I was determined to pick the opposite character.
No, you should do it.
Screw you. But I can't. I have to pick Daredevil.
There's no way you're not taking Daredevil. That is absolutely absurd. I promise this is a fair and a clear election. I will put the list of 20 characters on the Patreon.
I'll find another way to stick it to you. I'll find another way to stick it to you later.
The rest of it. Now you have to, you will in spades, no doubt. Which of the obscure colors?
Mention that it was going to be the Ben Affleck
I can still
Daredevil?
do it. I just rewatched
Daredevil
it.
You pick.
I just rewatched it. I can still do it.
Thank you. I know. No one's better prepared to take a character than you with Daredevil. That's absurd. That's how Providence works, I suppose. Gina, which obscure color
I would like the color that's always
take?
missing from the ink cartridge, which is cyan.
Cyan, there we go. So you have taken cyan. Let's see here. Okay, I have it. Thank you very much, TV's Gina Ippolito. You could stick around to find out what your matchup is, or you can find something better to do. Appreciate that very much. Oh, I was going to go to Eric Heiting next, but now he has disappeared out of the chat. Boy, we're really batting a big number right here. So, Delvin Cox, you're in Florida.
Unfortunately.
I would love to hear what your numbers are, sir.
Let's do it fun. 20-10.
20 and 10 for Mr. Delvin Cox. Let me see what this is. Let's see, 20, pretty straightforward. And 10. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Mr. Delvin Cox, you have two characters to pick from. I'm going to say right now, two of the larger characters of this entire set. Your first choice is Jack Reacher of the famed Reacher program. Or books, I suppose, if you like reading. But your other choice is Chewbacca from the Star Wars universe. I believe you might be familiar with that as well.
Ooh. These are good choices.
What is your affiliation with Chewbacca and Jack Reacher?
I've seen Jack Reacher in action, live action, like actually do things. So the person himself, I can relate to very much well. Don't get in front of his motorcycle. Yep. And Chewbacca, I love Star Wars.
I know you're a big Star Wars
fan.
Head, we call them.
Yes. I'm going to pick Chewie.
Which of those two are you going to take?
I'm picking Chewie.
You're taking Chewbacca?
Yes.
Okay. And give me an obscure color. Do you need the rest of the list that's remaining?
Yes. What's left of the obscure colors?
There are 4 colors remaining. Fuchsia, teal, terracotta, and periwinkle.
I'll pick terracotta.
Terracotta is your choice.
Because it sounds close to Gymkata. So let's go.
Okay. We are getting interesting matchups being put together. Right now, we will reveal all of them at the very end. But now we're going to move forward to, is Eric Heiting with us again? He is back. Eric, it is your turn to shine. Tell me which 2 numbers do you want to go with?
Let's go with 12 and 5, I think is still left.
12 and 5. 5 is still left. Let me just update my sheet right here. Great. And okay, this is another interesting one. Your 2 choices are Killer Croc from the Batman villain Rogues Gallery or Ash Williams from the Evil Dead franchise. Killer Croc or Ash Williams, do you know a lot about either or both of these characters?
I know some about Killer Croc. I played the games and everything like that, like the Dark Knight, and he's been in there, and watched the movies with him in there. Ash, I know a little bit, just the one movie, but that's about it. So I think I'll go with Killer Croc.
Killer Croc, that is another surprise as far as I'm concerned. I thought Ash would be a shoo-in, again, like Nightwing, but people don't like the obvious choices, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Killer Croc, it is your turn to shine. There are 3 colors left for you to pick, sir. Which one would you like?
I think teal's left, right?
Teal is left. And you are taking teal from the sounds of it.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. That leaves Mr. Jay Sandlin. Jay, I told Robert Clarke-Chan he was going last, and I meant it. Jay Sandlin, sir, it is your moment. Give me 2 numbers, and we will go from there.
9, 11.
9 and 11. Let's see what we got here. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, those numbers usually don't go together well.
And 11 was, I believe, Daredevil. It was. So you will go down to the next character, which I believe is 14. So here we go. This is, we want to talk about contrast of styles. I think these are two characters, whichever one you go with, you will be able to do a very good job with, but they are very different. So your two choices are Sherlock Holmes, the Robert Downey Jr. movie version, the smartest man on this list by far, or the Toxic Avenger of the famous old movies. That's I would like to see a collab between those two characters, quite honestly.
Yes.
That would be an interesting collab. This is a pretty simple one for me. I got to go with Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger,
I'm not even sure you can call him street level, but I'll tell you why when we get there.
He's there. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the deal. Good news for you, because you get to represent him.
Yes.
There are two choices left, Fuchsia and Periwinkle. Which one would you like?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Excellent. Oof, you are up against it. Here we go. We have, and that leaves one person left to go. If I know him the way I know him, he's probably backed out of the call just to ruin the episode. Robert Clarke-Chan, he is still here, ladies and gentlemen. He is still here. We have a few numbers to go.
I should have had my kid spill some soda on the router, sadly.
You know what? I don't have the bagpipes queued up, though, so I don't know if it's going to be as effective.
Fair.
But here we go. Robert Clarke-Chan, there are a handful. Sorry, Delvin Cox, yes.
I said, if anything, I can just make the noise for an hour.
I appreciate that. Thank you for offering.
Oh, could we play the judge song again?
We could absolutely.
Out of that. Yeah.
And the email
Robert
song
Clarke-Chan,
after that.
What two numbers would you like?
I was told before this recording started that if possible, these should be done randomized using a D20. Yeah.
I would love to see it.
I noticed ain't nobody else went scrambling around their house looking for a D20 and a dice tray, but you know your boy did.
There it is.
So I don't care how many times we got to roll this thing until we get a valid number, but we're going to do it.
I'd love to see it.
If I'd have known this, I'd have brought my dice.
That's right. Always suggested if you have a choice between 1 and 20.
Now you need
19.
a drum roll.
19. Okay, great. That is open. And what's the other one?
8.
8 was also open. You rolled two good ones here. And this is a tough one. These are two very strong characters. Robert Clarke-Chan, your choices are Kraven the Hunter, the famed Spider-Man villain, who's very strong, very fast, and very well played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Is that his name?
Sure.
Why not? The first 15 minutes of that movie are phenomenal. I'll say that. But the other choice is Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings.
Wow. So you're going to bring some Silmarillion knowledge into this?
I mean, look, I didn't have any Dune characters on the list, unfortunately, but maybe this is a second best situation.
You know what? I'll take Kraven.
You're going to take Kraven the Hunter. Again, I am surprised. I thought whoever got Aragorn would take Aragorn.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot of feats. So, other than the sword, I'm not that impressed.
Okay, well, Kraven has a whole bunch, so that is great right there. Now, I'm going to ask the question. This is a one-time offer. If anybody still in the room absolutely hates their character and they would like to throw that character away and take a shot in the dark for a completely random character that you might know nothing about, they might be not as powerful as the one you already have, I want to open that up. Does anyone here want to take me up on a completely random redo of your character? I'm seeing some head shaking. I'm seeing some no's.
Hold on. Is nobody else going to do this? We're not just going to throw it up we're not going to roll it up to the RNG gods? I'll take the random.
It sounds like a fun chance.
I don't want anybody to have any excuse for losing to me. I will take with one arm tied behind my back.
You're gonna do it?
Random ass character.
I hope you get boned so hard.
I do too. That's what she said. Very much so.
This is Robert Clarke-Chan snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory.
I hope you get.
The glowworm is on the list, so we'll see if he rolls it.
He's gonna get
so wildly overconfident. I will take the crappiest Smurf. I will take jokey Smurf.
Okay, in that case, you should take the Care Bears. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
You know what?
Let's not relitigate that.
I will be happy to. I will bring even more.
It sounds like, unless I'm hearing this incorrectly, only Robert Clarke-Chan is willing to
I would
put
also like a shot in the dark.
Matthew Dawson is going to take Sergeant Slaughter off the board.
Yeah,
I guess he doesn't want to.
It's too deep.
He doesn't want to get closer to me, and that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Got a little close to you, and it started. My nose started to flame up. So
I get it.
I'm backing up.
Well, here's the deal, Robert Clarke-Chan and Matthew Dawson. There are 4 numbers to go, and I will tell you that is number 1, 15, 17, and 18. 1, 15, 17, and 18 are the remaining 4 numbers. Robert Clarke-Chan, you said first, so I will give you the first opportunity.
I mean, I'm not going to choose it myself.
That's fair.
Well, no, that's 19. 15. There it is.
15. Okay. So Robert Clarke-Chan, you have taken Kraven the Hunter off the board for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And now you will officially have Leatherface. Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That is so much worse than I could have possibly imagined.
Here's the deal. You did it to yourself.
No question we did it. And I'm still gonna whip all y'all's asses.
I was gonna say I was mad at how good that one was.
That is a very good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the deal. There's stuff you can do with Leatherface. I think matchup wise, you'll see who you're up against, and you could ask yourself and the people at home, would you rather have Kraven the Hunter or Leatherface in this matchup? Matthew Dawson, let's do you really quick. And then we will, that's it. We'll do the matchups and we'll see who's facing who.
Dang, I'm just jealous that Robert Clarke-Chan now has an opportunity to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I'm jealous of that.
Do you know how many years I've gone without watching a single Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Too many. If it's over 1, it's too many.
This is going to be, how long do we have to do this? Because this is going to be a real long, whatever that period of time is.
Thankfully, I know your schedule.
Man, give me.
I believe it's 1, 17, and 18 are the 3 remaining numbers.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Since Chan used dice, you should use like the heart of the cards like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Pull that out. Uno reverse. Give me 8. No, 17. 17. Locking it in. 17.
17. So here's the 2 characters that you did not get. We're going to go the show style, game show style. Number 1 was Leon S. Kennedy from the Resident Evil game series.
I'm happy about that. I never played those.
Number 18 was Freddy Fazbear from the Five Nights at Freddy's video game series.
Yep.
Number 17, your choice. And is it a step up? Is it a step down? We will find out, because you're going to end up with Mr. Freeze from the Batman DC universe, probably the best choice left that you could have taken.
Whew. That's a breath of fresh air. Okay. If anyone can do a DC character, it's me. We're good.
There it is.
Yes, do the older version.
Breath of frozen air.
Yeah, yes.
Like it.
Yeah,
like
just remember, I got a DC character too,
juice.
so.
That's right. Well, let's see. Let's see if they end up facing each other. That could be absolutely a wild thing to do. So here are our 4 matchups. 4, and officially, we have the seeding as well. The number 1 seed, William Schmitt, as we know, has Raphael, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He will be going up against Fuchsia, which is Jay Sandlin, and the Toxic Avenger. Green versus green. Champion versus champion. You drew the 1 seed, Jay. But Toxic Avenger and you, I think, could be a pretty strong pairing.
They both have an experience with the green. They both have an experience with the ooze.
There it is.
Green versus green, ooze. It's going to be a messy battle no matter which way.
That's right. That's right. So that will be the 1. Officially, Jay, I'm sorry, you're the 8 seed is what that officially means, but it doesn't really, I mean, it was random. It doesn't mean anything, but I will say that. So the 4-5 matchup then, as it works out, would be Teal, Eric Heiting taking Killer Croc versus a dynamic killer, Cyan, TV's Gina Ippolito, and Daredevil. Killer Croc versus Daredevil should also be a heck of a matchup. How are you 2 feeling?
I like it. I think that's a good battle against each other.
I literally just rewatched
Right.
the
Gina,
Almost
are you
Got Him
scared or are you
episode
ready?
of Batman the Animated Series, so I'm ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should be fun.
There we go.
Will
Which means that
Daredevil be prepared for a rock to be thrown at him?
Oh, yeah.
I
The
gotta
age-old
tell you,
question.
I'm relieved I didn't get Gina. Thank God.
I'd love to see it.
Gee, thanks, Delvin.
And here's a matchup that I'm deeply interested in. This is going to be wild. Terracotta and Delvin Cox with Chewbacca will be going up against Razzmatazz, Matthew Dawson, and Mr. Freeze.
That's gonna be
Chewbacca
interesting.
versus Mr. Freeze.
Bring it on, Delvin. I'm excited for this.
That's gonna be fun.
This is going to be fun.
I wish I could say I rigged this in some way, but this is the legitimate way that it came down. I want nothing more than a Matthew Dawson versus Delvin Cox battle, and we the people are going to get it. I'm very excited about that.
I am too.
I'm ready.
And that leaves the 7-2 matchup, which is Periwinkle and Robert Clarke-Chan's Leatherface
I am so upset at this.
going up against Cerulean Kevin Israel with the Bride.
The misogynist overtones of this thing are Jesus.
I appreciate it. This almost feels fitting that you have to rap Leatherface against the Bride.
Chan, how are you feeling? Kevin Israel has left us, but how are you feeling about a Leatherface? Kramer the Hunter versus the Bride, I think, is a pretty strong matchup for you if you would have kept it. But now you're at Leatherface versus the Bride.
That was something that I am like morally opposed to on multiple levels. I love the Kill Bill series. Uma's fantastic, and I have deliberately never watched any of these chainsaw movies, and boy.
Yeah.
No, I'm feeling good.
Chan, you're gonna have to eat those feet.
I am, you know what? I'm sure that's a reference to the movie, and I wish I didn't know, and I'm going to be sad to know eventually.
So, Chan, sometimes there's an old Russian proverb that says sometimes it's best to leave good enough alone.
Mm-hmm. I'm well aware of that proverb, and I have ignored it consciously and studiously every day of my life. And it's
there's also
where I am today.
Very famous Robert Clarke-Chan proverb, live dangerously.
Yeah, that's the one.
So those are our matchups. Raphael versus the Toxic Avenger, Killer Croc versus Daredevil, Chewbacca versus Mr. Freeze, and Leatherface versus the Bride. We're going to start booking these, putting these together in the relative near future, and we're going to start airing these come summer. So don't expect them anytime immediately soon, but come June, we will start putting these battles out there. The plan is for round 2, we're going to take all the winners. We're going to do this again. And we're going to do it with more super-powered type characters of a higher tier. And then we're going to go up for the finals to 2 very, very powerful characters at the very end. I'm very excited about this. I think the only person who's not excited is Robert Clarke-Chan.
That is very accurate.
What is that? Not the case.
No, I mean, honestly, isn't it better this way?
I think that could be Chan's life motto that's on his tombstone when he dies. It'll just say the only person that was never excited.
just chisel a QR code to take them to the link to this podcast on my gravestone. That's it.
We'll have to put a QR code on there and it'll say, this also disappointed me.
It'll be connected to the email song or something.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, gentlemen, any last words from anybody before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, lady, you keep your mouth shut.
I'm over.
Misogyny started already, hasn't it?
I'm too busy waiting for my feet to get eaten by a cannibal over here, so that's why Ray forgot about me.
Perfect. I didn't forget it. What do you mean I forgot about you? I didn't forget about you.
I don't know what you guys are saying. I'm the one that has to go up against her.
That's right. Eric and Gina, this is look, I don't wish anybody to go up against Gina Ippolito. She's here just for the pain.
Yeah. A bad guy versus a superhero. Jeez, let's look at this.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part. Thanks everybody here who gathered for this very exciting tournament setup show. Thank you everyone in our audience, Ali Lowe, Guardian. We were very happy to have you both here. And all you people for listening at home. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you will enjoy the summer tournament We'll see you next time.